Coming up, scientists say the Delta variant 60% more transmissible and more resistant to vaccines. Later,
the lunchtime news with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. Scientists say they believe the Delta variant, first detected in India, is spreading 60% faster than the UK variant. According to data released today, the number of cases is more than doubling every week in some parts of the country. It's fueling concerns about plans to lift all COVID restrictions in England in just 10 days' time. Ministers are thought to be considering putting back the so-called Freedom Day by up to 4 weeks. With the latest, here's our political reporter, Shihab Khan. To the G7 in Cornwall now, where the summit is just about getting underway this lunchtime. With this morning, Robert Peston is also at the talks. Robert, thanks for being here this lunchtime. Let's start with that vaccine announcement we just heard from the Prime Minister, didn't we? How significant is this? Brexit trade issue, in particular, of course, the Northern Ireland issue. How likely is that to disrupt talks? Well, outside the summit, protesters have been attempting to raise issues they care about, whether that can be providing vaccines to poorer countries or climate change. And our correspondent Rupert Evelyn is there with some of them, I believe. Rupert, what's happening so far? One issue that has already been raised by Boris Johnson with President Joe Biden is the case of Harry Dunn. Now is Harry Dunn's mother, Charlotte Charles. Charlotte, thank you for joining us this lunchtime. Can I just get your reaction, first of all, to what Boris Johnson said there about Joe Biden being sympathetic and actively engaged in the case? Do you feel more hopeful hearing that?
Yeah.
You know, Joe Biden, of course, a new administration in the US, a new president, he has gone through a lot of loss himself, hasn't he? He's lost some very close family members. Do you think that adds a level of sensitivity, perhaps, towards your case? This is a legal matter. There is a legal case that is going on. Where are you with the case at the moment? Where does it stand? Still to come. But first, a British woman who was attacked by a crocodile in Mexico is out of a coma and doing much better, according to the twin who saved her life. Melissa Laurie had been badly injured and dragged underwater before sister Georgia punched the animal and pulled her to safety. Sangeeta Kandola has the latest on her condition. The UK's economy grew by 2.3% in April as the reopening of shops and businesses drew customers back to the high street. Clothes. Now we're just a few hours away from the beginning of football's Euro 2020, a year late because of the pandemic, but that hasn't stalled the excitement for the home nations. It is the first major men's tournament for Scotland since 1998, while Wales are at their second Euros in a row. Preparation. And you can follow all the highs and lows of the Euros on the ITV News website. And finally, we return to Cornwall and a rather special surprise for some young children at a nursery this lunchtime. A visit not just from a royal, the Duchess of Cambridge, but a First Lady too. It is the first of a number of events to be attended by the royal family and our royal editor, Chris. And that is it this lunchtime. Mary will have the ITV Evening News at 6:30, live from Cornwall. The News Where You Are follows the national weather. But for now, from everyone on the lunchtime team, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. A 15-year-old boy has been stabbed to death in Hillingdon during the morning school run. Police were called to reports of a fight on Blythe Road in Hayes. Sadiq Khan has written a letter to the Prime Minister saying any delays to the roadmap will have severe consequences for London's businesses. The government has said it will make an announcement about the planned reopening on Monday. The Barbican Centre has launched an independent review after current and former staff members described it as institutionally racist. A photographer who lost members of her family in the Grenfell Tower fire has teamed up with survivors and the bereaved for a photo series that she hopes will help keep their stories alive. Now it's apparently getting even warmer this weekend. Let's take a look at the forecast with Philippa. All right, let's take a quick look at what's coming up at 6. And Duncan will be back here at 6 for all of that and lots more. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.